The data presentation tool, referred to as the DPT, is a quality improvement tool created by the Canadian Primary Care Sentinel Surveillance Network, which allows you to visualize and explore your patient panel. In this video, we will introduce you to the DPT dashboard. The dashboard is a detailed console that consolidates key patient information to improve the management of patients in your clinic. Before we begin, this demonstration of the DPT uses mock data to illustrate various navigations, functions, and reports. Also, primary care clinicians will be referred to as sentinels. Now let's begin at the top menu bar. This section shows cycle data, which is the data relating to all the patients in your clinic. To the right is an area with various menu buttons. Selecting the dashboard button simply refreshes the dashboard page. Navigations which follow the search, report, and feedback buttons will be explained in later videos. On the far right-hand side is the name of the user's account. Below the menu bar shows the patient panel statistics for the current sentinel using the DPT. We can see that this dataset pertains to one sentinel with around 5,000 patients. The entire network is currently selected, meaning that all the sentinel's patients across various clinic sites are included. By selecting the drop-down menu, we can see that there are options to limit the dataset to include patients from certain sites only. We can see here that for this one sentinel, there is a total of about 5,000 patients, and roughly 2,500 of them have visited the clinic within the last 12 months. These patients are referred to as the Yearly Contact Group, for short, the YCG. The average age of all patients and the YCG patients are also listed here. The graph in the top left displays the sex distribution of the patients, for all patients and for those in the Yearly Contact Group. The graph also displays the sex of the sentinel, which is helpful when viewing the combined data for a primary care team in a single clinic. Moving to the right, we see a graph which represents the condition proportion for the YCGs. This shows the prevalence of 8 of the CPCSSN conditions for patients seen in the last 12 months. The CPCSSN conditions are written using abbreviations, and so we will quickly run through these. DM is diabetes mellitus, DEP is depression, HCN is hypertension, COPD is chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, OA is osteoarthritis, DEM is dementia, PARK is Parkinson's disease, and EPI is epilepsy. The condition ratio graph shows the proportion of patients with and without a CPCSSN condition. The ratio is shown for YCG and all patients. For example, if we look at the bar representing all patients, we can see that out of the total number of patients, which again is roughly 5,000, nearly 1,570, or 32, have a CPCSSN condition, and around 3,400, or 68%, do not. The graph in the bottom left shows the number of visits to the practice in the last 12 months. The green line shows the combined data for all patients seen in the last 12 months, and the red and blue lines show the number of visits to the practice for patients with and without CPCSSN conditions, respectively. For example, we can see that there is a greater number of patients with a CPCSSN condition that have visited the clinic in the last 12 months compared to patients without a CPCSSN condition. In addition, you can select any of the buttons in the bar below the graph to specify your search. As we can see, selecting the All Visits button allows you to compare patients' visits only between patients with and without CPCSSN conditions. Finally, the bottom right corner shows the deprivation scores for the sentinel compared with values for the clinic and the entire region. Deprivation scores are calculated using a number of personal socioeconomic variables derived from the Canadian census and other data sources. The data are divided into 5 quintiles to show the distribution of deprivation scores. For more information concerning what deprivation scores are, simply click on the link below that says, "What are deprivation category scores?" For further information regarding the use of the DPT, select the DPT User Manual. If you wish to send us any feedback, select the DPT Feedback button. We hope this short video has shown you how to use the main DPT dashboard to obtain visualization of your patient panel, including details regarding their demographics, presence of chronic conditions and comorbidities, frequency of primary care visits, and deprivation scores. You can use this detailed patient information to inform specific quality improvement initiatives in your own practice to improve the care of your patients. If you're interested in joining CPCSSN, join now at cpcsn.ca.